If you feel sad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the Ben of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb.
Head on down to your local 7-Eleven and get a hazelnut cocoa protein drink. It's 22 grams of protein, only I can't read Chinese. Maybe 4.5 grams of sugar? I don't know if that's good for a protein drink, but it sure tastes good. It must have a lot of sugar in it. Welcome to the stream. We're going to do some unboxings today. We got this egg sandwich. Let's take a look in here. Crack this egg sandwich open. Let's see what we got in that egg sandwich. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, it's a rare sandwich. And it's not as good as the last one. The last one we cracked on stream. Remember that? Oh, man. That tuna melt, and you know, because it's from Asia, they throw in like corn in there and a little seasoning, and then you heat it all up, and the cheese melts just right. Oh, this one's not bad. This is a expansion from 2020. Never mind. People tuning into the stream right now, watching the VOD, are like, this is a fun club? A fun club? Really? Should call it a waste of time club. What you really need, just a good blue-collar job with your time. You know that? Wasting all your time and energy on this sort of thing? You could be out there making real money. I mean, we're talking like, $35,000 to $40,000 a year. With overtime, weekend work, no insurance. Why don't you just get yourself a job? Instead of starting fun clubs. I wouldn't be able to respond to them in any other way, other than to say we're going to open up this pack on stream too. It's a Supreme Darkness something. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh? I think it's Yu-Gi-Oh. Because look at this one. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's in here. Supreme Darkness. That's the only English on the pack. There it is. Mwah. Here we go. I have no... Okay. So does protocol for these packs, are you supposed to like rip here with the little there's a word, not indentation, but there's a word where there's like a perforation. I don't know exactly what that is. Okay, here we go. Oh, Yugi. All right, here we go. You ready? Let's check this out. All right, we've got Doctor Strange right there, and he's going through the tentacle portal, so that's a good one. That's worth at least a farthing. All right, now we've got this is the Messy Blade. See that? That's a good one, and all of this up here indicates what you have to spend on it. All right, now we've got this one must be green because it's going through my. Oh yeah, it's green. See this little doodad down here? That tells you it's authentic. That means you got the real. That means you got the real deal. And this artwork is a Picasso, actually. All right, now we got this pink one. Is that a pirate ship in the background? Did we get the legendary pirate alternate artwork? I think we did. Oh, we still got one more. Oh, it's a battle cat. Battle cat Sheba. This is a good one. That's a really good one. Is it foil? Nope, it's not foil. Oh, wait. Look at that up there. See it shine? That's definitely worth a hay penny. 3 hay pennies, if I'd be so bold. Okay, so that one had the shiny thing on the top. And I'm gonna put these back in the wrapping here, because I'm gonna give these to Alex when I get home. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I shouldn't even open this one. I should just leave this one sealed and let Alex open it. Maybe I'll give this away on stream in preparation for the Funsplosion XXL. Sorry, there's 2 X's in it. My bad. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I always know where I can get more of these if I need some more. But that was pretty great. We have anything else to unbox? We've got this purple drink. This Red Bull purple drink. I'm almost positive they don't have this flavor in the States, and it's too bad because it's Kyoho grape, and it's just great. It's a little tart. With a nice Red Bull kick. Gives you the wings that you need to get through your day. Of course, because we are in Asia, the size is about like half of what you'd get a size in the States. But, nice purple edition there. Nice special edition can. All right. Is there anything else we can unbox? Anything else? No. I think we're done with all our gimmicks. We're starting the stream late today because, well, it was just really hard to get out of bed. And not in a depressed sort of way. Just that sort of way where you're like, man, it feels so good to be in bed. It feels so good to be asleep. I just don't want to wake up. But we got to start our day sometime. Might as well start it with some magic. Now, my understanding is that they started... let's go to events. Yeah, Lost Caverns of Ixalan Quick Draft. I did not draft this set when it was out. I guess it's still technically out, so... But we're going to do a quick draft Ixalan and see what we can see. All right, we've got a mythic. We've got a resplendent angel. Beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. This might actually be a little confusing for people that don't know anything we do on the stream, because they just saw me butcher a pack of foreign language Yu-Gi-Oh cards and have no idea what I'm talking about, and all of a sudden I'm just like, hey, let's play Magic, and I'm not, and I'm like taking it seriously. So I live in Taiwan, and I bought some cards at the 7-Eleven this morning when I got breakfast. That's all that was. Just having fun, and I think I am going to keep that other one sealed for Alex because I know he plays Yu-Gi-Oh. Sacrifice this to add one of any color. All right. I have no idea how this set plays. I do think Resplendent Angel is probably pretty good. It's a 3/3 flyer for 3, and then you get a thing if you gain some life. I wonder how easy it is to gain life in this set. Search for a plains, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. You gain 3 life. You can craft this, and then when it enters, you create 2 gnomes. Nah. Exile a thing. Oh, that actually is. Target artifact or creature until this leaves the battlefield. So you have to sacrifice an artifact or creature, but it has ward too, which is, that's annoying. If it's a death touch, 4 damage, target attacking. All right. I have no idea what I'm doing with this set, but I'm taking the Resplendent Angel. That's a good card, and if I can do a life gain thing, sure. All right, when this enchantment enters, create a 1/1 black bat with flying for each mana from a cave spent to cast it. This one creates funguses, a contested game ball. The attacking player gains control of this. Weird. Untaps it. For 2 and tap, draw a card, put a point counter. If it has 5 or more, sacrifice it and create a treasure. So you play it, and you do the thing. You draw, put a point, and then someone attacks you, and they do it. And then you do it for 3, and then they do it for 4, and then you do it for 5. So, in theory, you could keep paying 2 to draw a card, and then eventually get a treasure out of it. But you're also giving your opponents draws. I don't like to give my opponents draws. 3 less. If it targets a tapped creature, exile that creature. I like that one. I like that one. Just gonna look and see if there's anything else I should be concerned about here. I think we're gonna take this one. The removal is good in drafting. Alright, tap 2 untapped artifacts to target creature, okay. Enters with 2+1/+1 counters. Whenever with it dies, you put a +1 on this artifact, and you can move it. Tap and move. I don't like any of these craft things. I feel like they're not especially easy to do. And also, I've got an angel. So can I get some lifelink stuff? Alright, Pit of Offerings is a good card. I don't know how great it is in this, but Pit of Offerings seemed like a good card when it was announced, and I got a couple copies of it for some commander decks. I know we're not playing commander right now. Calm down. That's why I haven't taken it. Where's that one? Yeah. Enchant an artifact or creature. It can't attack or block. Its activated abilities can't be activated. You know, if we're just going with the continued white theme so far. Careening Minecart. When it attacks, create a treasure. Okay, so I need to gain 5 or more life. And I can do that with its own ability if I pay 6. And it can get an attack. Word 3, Island Cycling. That's a dinosaur? Wow. I didn't know that was in this set. Here's another dinosaur. When it enters, you may reveal a dinosaur from your hand. Gain 3 life. Well, I know there are more dinosaurs in this set. Oh, it's a little poison dart frog. He's really fun. He's got reach. Wait. The card says he's poison, but he does not have death touch. You have to pay to give him death touch. Wizards, you got me again with this. 6:02 in the morning in Taiwan. I don't think I announced that. This is really bad, but that's fun. And I tend to pick bad things that are fun. Or things that I think are going to be good and then they don't end up being good. Maybe we do dinosaurs. Maybe we do Selesnya Dinosaur Life Gain. Because this is the first card that I've seen that actually has a way to gain life that might actually work. But this is only 3 life. We need to gain 5 or more. I suppose we can do multiple things with this. You know what? I'm just going to do it because I have a history of taking things that are fun, but not necessarily good. Okay, it deals its damage. That could be useful. The thing is... Oh, that's interesting. A 2/4 that untaps for each turn. The thing is... What are the chances that I get that angel in every game? Probably not great. If it's 1 out of the 40 cards, you know, maybe I'm getting it every other game if I'm lucky. So I don't know, I can't build the deck around the angel, but X damage to each creature and each planeswalker number of caves you control. I don't think I'm going to end up controlling a lot of caves, to be honest. Death touch during your turn. Reach otherwise. Okay, Scythe. Well, maybe just to continue with the colors, we do this. And that could be good. You know, you can attack a 2/4. They'd have to throw a lot at it. And then it untaps, and maybe there's a way to do something fun with it to keep it around. Vanguard of the Rose. Sacrifice another creature. Artifact gains indestructible till end of turn. Okay. Goblin Warrior. Draw 2 cards and create a map. Cavern Stomper, a Volcano. Man. Acrobatic Leap is kind of interesting. I guess for now we'll just do that. I don't feel especially great about any of the things we're doing. Sacrifice this artifact, gain 3 life. That's clunky. We've got a volatile front. Wait, volatile fault. What are the chances we're going to need to destroy non-basic lands and opponent controls? Not super high. At least I'm guessing. It's just a momentary inconvenience. Till end of turn, target land you control becomes a 4/4 dinosaur. It must be blocked this turn. Wow. It must be blocked. That's like really, really... That's like removal with extra steps. Because if they've got something out there, if they've got like a 2/2 or a 1/3 or a 3/1 or something like that, and they don't want to remove it, and you know they're not going to block, you just turn one of your lands into a dinosaur and make them block it. You know what? It's just crazy enough to work. This creature enters, you gain life equal to the mana value of the exiled card used to craft it. So to craft with a creature, I pay 7, and then exile a creature I control or a creature card from my graveyard. Then exile this card and return it transformed. That could be an interesting way to kind of close out a game. But it's so slow and it's so expensive. The front side is just a 4-mana artifact that distributes counters. So I guess maybe if you've got a good board out, you could use that to buff your board. But then the other side is you gain life equal to the mana value of the exile cost. Now that could be pretty bad. I think this card is not good. Oh, all right. Here's more life gain and another dinosaur and plains cycling. That feels a little bit more useful. Again, it's pretty expensive, but the plains cycling really helps. All right, we've got the contested game ball again. You know what? This only works if you're dealt combat damage. So I could, in theory, get many point counters from this. It doesn't seem great, but you know what? It is card draw, potential card draw. Let's try it out. There's that Pit of Offerings again. Put the rest into your graveyard. Okay, so we can thin out our deck. Do we want to take this Pit of Offerings? Is that something we're interested in? It enters tapped. When this enters, exile up to 3 target cards from graveyards. I honestly couldn't tell you if this is relevant to the set graveyard stuff. You can't add mana of any of the exiled cards' colors, but if we only have 2 colors, it's not particularly. I think we'll take it just because running out of other things to take. Creatures contain hexproof. That could be good, but that one might end up getting cut. I'll take a forest just to cut down on the unnecessary things. And we're on to the next pack. Bringer of the Last Gift. When this creature enters, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures. Each player. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way. Uh-huh. I thought this guy would make a fun commander. I'm pretty sure people probably built commanders around this guy. It'd be an interesting build because it's not just a creature sacrifice, it's artifacts. So you could create maps, you could create clues, you could create, servos or just about anything, and then sacrifice them with no cost. So you could get those artifacts that have, they enter and you draw a card, and then when they go to the graveyard, you draw a card, and there could just be lots of fun stuff to put in there. And I got one of the showcase foils because I bought the Ixalan commanders, the commander decks, and I got a showcase foil for him. You know what? Maybe I build this deck when I go home. I'm just thinking about it, and it seems like it's fun. The problem is you got to protect him because everybody's going to see him get big, and then they're going to be like, pew, pew, and try to kill him. And so you'll need some protection for him. Some boots and some spells and things to keep him around, to keep him alive. There's a Braid. That's a pretty flexible card. There's another one of those dinos. I wish I was building this. I know this isn't necessarily practical in draft, but I wish I was building this right now. I think I might try to build this when we're done. We'll see. I probably won't have time. Maybe I'll work on it next week. Next week is going to be crazy. We're moving. We're Shadow's Lair. It's pretty cool artwork. We're moving from Taiwan. Let's see. 7 days from Monday. 1 week from Monday, we're moving. So I'm not going to probably have a lot of free time this next week. Reach enters, mill 2 cards. And I think this is probably good. We've got a handful of dinos. And that's a 1-drop. Could be useful. Thrashing Brontonon's a good one. I just realized this was the Pirates and Merfolk. Pirates and Merfolk set as well. I haven't thought about it. I haven't seen really a lot of Merfolk. Sacrifice another creature artifact. Each opponent loses 1 life. And you gain 1 life. That's a tap ability. And that's also not what I'm looking for. Probably this Brontonon. It's a dino with removal. It's pretty nice. Do we do another tricky dino? Artifact, enchantment, target creature you control explores, then explores again. That could be really useful. That could be really useful. I like the forest cycling. And it does kind of fit in with our dinosaur theme. Maybe I just get a bunch of these cards and keep turning my lands into dinosaurs for a turn. With reach and haste. That's only 2. I mean, that only costs 2. An instant speed. 6 damage to target creature. Whoa. So it's a big boulder, does some big damage. It has absolutely no value after that. It does cycle, I guess, but counter spells. Create a gnome. 5. Costs 5 to create a gnome. This thing is so dumb. It does have flash. It does have cycling, but man. Sacrifice this land, discover 4. Okay. Becomes a 3/3 elemental. It's still a cave. Yeah, let's do that. I've learned the value of having cards like this in draft, because there's so many times where you just have nothing to do. So doesn't hurt to have, like land on or a creature on a stick with your land. Assuming that you have a clear path to swing. Compass gnome. 3/3 and trample. Sunbird standard. Craft with 1 or more. Exile 1 or more permanents and or cards. So its power, toughness are equal to the number of colors among the exiled cards. So we're looking at a 2/2, if I'm lucky. It's not super great. That boulder is kind of calling my name. I guess this could be good. It does give trample. Yeah, let's just keep making our lands turn into dinosaurs. For whatever reason, that card keeps popping up. I'll throw this one in there. There's a capybara. +3/+0 as long as there are 4 or more permanents in your graveyard. Well, I can't guarantee that. But we can take another Disturbed Slumber. Can we win this way? You play a land, turn 1. You play a land, turn 2. You turn it into a 4/4 dinosaur. It's got reach and haste. Then in your next turn, you turn it into a dinosaur. Then in your next turn, turn on a dinosaur. You've gotten 12 damage theoretically through in 4 turns? I'm not good at math. But I'm taking another Disturbed Slumber. Sure. All right, here we go. Last set of packs. Goblin Rogue. Descended Stuff. Bat Colony. Waterlogged Hulk. There's a dino. Whoa. Okay, so whenever another dinosaur you control enters, you may have this. Creature's base power become equal to that creature's power until end of turn. I love that card. I love that card. Now, it doesn't work with the Disturbed Slumber because the land is already out, so when it becomes a 4/4, it doesn't enter. And that right now is one of the best tricks I have in the deck, so that wouldn't work. Also, adding a third color, I'm a little dubious about. I also love the word dubious. It has a very satisfying sound when you say it. Dubious. Dubious. But it's also a practical word to use. Jeremy, your behavior in class is dubious. Taking this card in draft is dubious. The President of the United States made some dubious claims. Do you see all of the different ways that you can use the word dubious? Prepare for your test on Tuesday. Yeah, I don't even give it tests out anymore as a teacher. Like I've found that I can do assessments in a lot better ways than giving out tests, because tests create all sorts of anxiety. Tests create this expectation that all I need to do is just understand what's on the test and that will help me to succeed. Tests feel archaic. And I do tests, but they're like maybe once a semester. And they're not over, they're not over something that is going to like cripple someone's grade. It's always just like, okay, we went through this book and we learned about the book. Let's take a quick test and see what we learn. Where did all that come from? I'm looking for a job, by the way. If anybody's watching this and is looking to hire a middle school or high school English teacher, or heck, let's shoot for the stars, a community college that would like to hire somebody that could teach a good writing class, hey, look me up. Send me a whisper on the old Twitch, or send me a message on YouTube. Or how do people send messages on YouTube? Send me a tinkle on YouTube. That's most definitely not the way that people send messages on YouTube. Why would they send tinkles? All right, we've got another dinosaur here. Not necessarily a great one. We've got another disturbed slumber, if we're going to continue with that meme. We've got the soaring sandwing again. There's some life gain here, which I've completely forgotten about. The resplendent angel. Completely forgotten about the whole life gain thing. And we've already got 2 of these dinosaurs. They do have flying, but that is for 6. Plane cycling, I suppose, could be helpful. Yeah. I mean, disturbed slumber, though. That could be just the way I win. Instant speed. So can you go to combat and then cast it? Like, when is the latest that you could cast that and still get combat? I'm assuming it's at the beginning of combat when you have to declare attackers. So you can't just be like declaring attackers and then cast it and then swing and your opponent's like, oh, I can't block. That would be pretty funny. You know what? I'm just going to do it. How bad could a deck of 6 disturbed slumbers be? And then if I had an editor, I would tell them to take that part and then cut to, like going 1 and 3 or something. Do a quick cut there. Hey, there's that armored kin caller. Did I ever take? Yes, I did. Let's do that. I should have a lot of dinosaurs in my hand. Now, I don't know if the life gain is necessarily going to help the resplendent angel, but I do think life gain could just help me in general to stay alive until I get my army of dinosaur lands to kill everybody. Yeah, let's do that one again. I really like having the removal, and exiling is really useful. Return up to 1 target permanent from your graveyard to your hand for 5 is a yikes. I mean, you're talking about putting it on the battlefield, then let's talk. But this doesn't feel great. We got a cat warrior, a stone tree, have to craft with a cave. Now that's interesting. It enters, you look at the top 6. You may put a land onto the battlefield tapped. So it has absolutely no purpose other than just getting you a land. You can't tap it, you can't do anything with it. And you could craft it with a cave and make a 5/5 golem for 6, which is not great. But I'm intrigued about the ramp, particularly when it comes to this. Now the only thing is you're looking at the top 6. Granted, I know in a draft game you ought to be able to find a land in the top 6, but you know how it goes. Plus this isn't a blocker. I don't really have any sacrifice synergies, sacrificing artifacts. If I did, that would be kind of intriguing. I'm tempted just to take it. That could be good too, I guess, but it assumes I have to have a creature out. Well, let's do that. I feel like those cards are always useful. Hey, we got card draw, we've got ramp. I love spelunking. I'm gonna put this in. And there's another one of these. Yeah. All right, we're getting to the end. This is maybe the most mid I've ever felt about a draft. It's just kind of like, yeah, you know, okay. These craft cards are so bad. I have not seen a single craft card where I'm like, wow, the value, so good. I'm sure Wizards did this intentionally, trying to avoid anything that's like super OP. Alright, sacrifice, discover 4. I guess we'll take this because, yeah, why not? Look at the top 4. You may reveal the creature, put that in your hand, put the rest in your in the bottom. If a creature you control would explore. I don't really have a lot of exploring going on. There's a merfolks. I don't really have a lot of. Oh, target creature +2/+0 and gains vigilance. Wow, let's throw that in. I would like to give my stuff more power and vig. Whoops. Okay, yeah, let's take that. Move on. You know, if it even had like a cycling ability, that would give it some flexibility. But otherwise, this is just. One target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Discover 4. Okay, the Discover 4. I'll take that one. The Discover 4 is alright. And there we go. That's what I call a draft. Hazelnut cocoa. All right. Let's make some cuts. I don't need you. I don't need you. I would like to keep this. I think I can remove at least one of these. I don't want the capybaras. I want all these disturbed slumbers. I think we can almost get rid of all of these. Let's just see what else we keep. All right, so we've got 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's cut a plains and a forest. 11, 12, 13, 14. Is 14 enough? I never get this right. I never get this right. In the presence of ages. I don't want any of these, I think. The final strike is good. We'll keep that. Quicksand whirlpool. Yeah. We want to keep those. Enters makes a token. I think we can cut one of these. Maybe we... It's only hex, yeah. And it's 2 mana. Let's cut one of those. Staggering size, sure. Over the edge. Artifact or enchantment destruction. Maybe we keep Spelunking Ancestors. Oh, so here we have Might of the Ancestors, and here we walk with the Ancestors. Sure. Alright, we've got 3 more. What draw do I have in this? Not much, right? If any. There is some cycling, but it's just forest and island, or forest and plains cycling. I would not call that great. You know, the contested game ball, I don't think it's a really great card, but it's better to have some draw than no draw. I mean, this off the top, at least, we can draw a card. I think we're going to run out of stuff quickly otherwise. Let's cut this. For the meme, I don't want to lose any of the disturbed slumbers. It's not just making lands into 4/4s, and it's not just an offensive thing. I think there's some defense to this card as well. I want to keep all of those. I don't want to mess with them. All right, one more. We remove the hexproof. I have such a hard time having mana up unless it's like the end of the game and I don't have a lot of resources. Obviously, hexproof is good, but does it really fit with what I'm doing? I'm just gonna say no. I'm gonna cut it and move on. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. I think I like the banana one a little better. Did I cut too many lands? Oh boy. Let's. We can hold on to that. We can hold on to that. I can do that at instant speed. Bam. So check this out. We're going to do our first one. So we're going to tap and a green. We're going to make this land a 4/4 dinosaur with reach and haste, and it must be blocked, sucker. Get rid of whatever it is you thought you were going to do, because you're not. Boom. Okay. Tap 2 deals 1 damage to each creature. Really sad. Really sad. The draw there is nice, but that was really sad. 3 less if it's tapped. Okay. Artifact, enchantment, explores. This can exile something if it's tapped. I don't know. I guess we just see what happens. When this enters, mill a card, then draw. Alright. Whenever this attacks, if you control 2 or more, gets a thing. He's got a lot of open mana. I don't think I want to mess with any of his stuff at this point in time. I could try to attempt to exile something. Let's just see if he's got something, if he wants to do something with it. I guess I could have done this during combat, but there's a cave. And we can discover 4 with that too. Gonna counter that, big boy? You gonna counter that? Huh? Huh? You gonna counter that? Alright. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Alright, that's a sorcery. So no tricks anymore. No tricks anymore. What? Boy, I hate this. Hate to waste. Hate to waste. Yeah, it's too bad. Oh yeah, they come in untapped because of spelunking. That's right. I was like, what happened? So sacrifice this for 5, discover 4, activate only as a sorcery. This is an artifact Nautilus. Let's get rid of that thing. It's definitely going to buff some stuff up. Maybe we just wait. Sure. We finally got that counter spell out of him. And what else are you gonna do? Wait, you countered my thing just to give this first strike? You could have destroyed my land and saved your counter spell. I hate losing to this. I hate losing. Because it makes me feel like if I'm losing to the person who's misplaying like this, then it makes me doubt my own abilities. Wait, you can just craft that at any time? Oh, I did not understand how those cards worked. I thought you had to... Okay. Okay, sure. Sure. Alright, what are we getting? Alright, jeez Louise. Couldn't even reveal a dinosaur. Okay. 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 When I see a misplay like that and I spot it so easily, it makes me think, okay, this person is not a valid opponent. It's not like a equal opponent. And then it makes me feel bad that I lose. But to be fair, I think I play the game better than I draft. I'm not a really good drafter. And I would like to improve that and get better at some point in time, but I also know my own limitations, and I think that my personal limits keep me from being a better drafter. Like that has to do more with like my neural processing and how I understand the game, like how I see things unfold, everything like that. And that's legitimate. That's not necessarily like, oh, you could be a lot better if you just did this. That's like, I recognize some of the natural limitations that I have, and I accept it for the most part. Like, there are things that I can improve on, but it's like, you know, why am I not going to be great at chess? For some of the same reasons. Like I'm not a great chess player because I can't see how things lie. Like, you know, the next few turns. I can't see like the next few turns in a row and figure out my strategy that way. Some people can see so many turns ahead of time, and then they can make plans for it, and, well, I'm going to do this, and then if they do this, I do this, and if they do this, I do this. I can't do that. I have to respond in the moment. And it feels like that's probably why I don't draft well, because I'm just like, oh, that seems good. Oh, that seems good. And then I just have a pile of nonsense by the time the draft's over. Alright, I guess we're not exploring. Wonder why he wouldn't explore. I guess it's to counter my Armored Kincaller. Just love counterspells so much. Especially when I'm already struggling to get any momentum. I mean, I kind of assumed he had it when he wasn't using his mana for anything, but at some point in time you have to figure out the strategy for it. It feels bad, like counterspells feel like, well, nothing I can do about that. But just getting them out of his hand is something. Then it's just up to me to have the resources to be able to deal with it after that. I don't understand why this guy hasn't used this. I guess this activate only as a sorcery, so he couldn't have done it in combat, but he could have done it before combat. Why is he not using this guy's ability and just leaving his lands untapped? I don't know if this is ineptness or if this is just playing better than me and seeing things in there that I don't see. But we're the Band of Timmy's Fun Club, not the Band of Spikes. You want to play with a bunch of spikes? Good luck. That's like every other content creator. Not every other content creator, but you know what I mean. If people get famous enough for playing Magic, it's often because they're good. Okay. We are just going to leave a bunch of untapped mana and wait and see what happens. He doesn't have much in hand. I really wish he would just spend everything so I knew what my options were. That's probably coming from Hearthstone. I gotta get out of that mentality. I gotta be a 360 Magic player and constantly be seeing everything around me. This enters with 3+1/+1 counters. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, create a number of 1/1 colorless gnome. Okay. Enters or attacks. So it's going to create a bunch of... Okay. Going to create a bunch of gnomes. But he's finally spent all of his stuff, you know? So I think what we're going to do definitely going to make a dinosaur of this. And then we're going to kill this. Oh, it taps it? Wait, I tapped it because of... Oh gosh, I'm stupid. Okay, cool. See, he sees me play like that, and he's probably like, no way I'm gonna lose to this jerk. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, come on, bro. I just got to play a dinosaur. I don't like this blue color at all. Wonder if other people feel that way. Wow, he just used everything in his hand. So 6, probably 9. Very much dead. After one turn. And I haven't touched him. Not once. Not once. Here they come. I'm not even gonna stick around to cast this spell. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. How does everybody have so much frickin' removal? How does everybody have the answer to everything that I do? There's no way that I'm this bad of a drafter. I mean, I guess it's possible, but everybody has the answer to every frickin' thing I do. All right, this is how we learn, though, and try to use these things as learning experiences. And you know what? If it's an 0-3 deck, then whatever we have to learn from it, I guess we'll learn from it. Grizz, do you suck at deck building? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Nice. Maybe I'll get to cast it this turn, or this game. Oh, he's gonna destroy it already. He's looking at it. He's got something going on. You got something? No? Okay. Oh. Twinsies. Oh. He did not have a dinosaur to behold. So the question is, if I play this and give it +2 and Vig and swing, he just blocks, right? Maybe we get the angel out first, and then we swing. See if he blocks it. Okay, he's going to block it. But we get that angel out with this, and I think we're in a little better shape. Assuming he can't kill it. He'll probably find a way to kill it. This is the first time I've seen the angels. Oh. Forest cycling, alright. I know that feeling. Alright, so I think we're going to do a plane cycling with this, so we can not miss our land drop and then play our Might of the Ancestors. Swing with 5. Guy, just pass priority. You've got nothing to do right now, okay? I mean, I guess he could have something like an Abrade. Abrade is instant, right? He could have something like that, I suppose. Now, I don't mind cycling my dinosaurs to get a land, so I don't miss my land drops, but how do I... Like, how do I get value after that? We're not quite at 6 yet. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, technically I could have had lethal if I played both of these and he didn't have any responses, but I feel almost certain he's got a response, right? Almost certainly has a response. Maybe I should have held that up, but... A reacher. A reacher. I can't do anything about that. Come on, guy. I got my win, fair and square. Let's go, Grizz. Block your block. Let's move on. Right, since we're all wasting time here. All right. You remember what I said when I told my imaginary editor, you cut from this spot and you show the 1 and 3. We're 1 and 2 right now. We're right we're right on track for this. We're right on track for that 1 and 3. 1 and 3 draft. Hey, it's Earthworm Jim. Well, I hate throwing away 3 lands. But that Pit of Offerings is pretty bad when you can't exile anything with it. You're just getting a colorless. I need a green. I think the Disturbed Slumber did not work as well as I thought it would. People have too many tricks, and yeah, not ahead enough on board for it to really make a difference. I think defensively it didn't perform quite the way that I hoped it would. So he's playing green and white. If he can play something that I can kill, and then I can Pit of Offerings the thing that I kill. Like if we can kill something that's attacking and then Pit of Offerings the thing, exile it, it's a long way around to getting the colors we need. Looks like that's not happening right now. Is this guy just a Disturbed Slumber guy too? Let's find out. Are we just going to bash lands with each other? Guess not. The amount of passing in this game is making me so concerned. Alright, so if he does have it, we can bait it out with this. Swing with the 3, hopefully he has it, then we can shoot his land. Come on, do it. Do it. Make your land into a dinosaur. Let's go. Come on, buddy. I know you took that card too. I know you took that card. What a sweet card. Turning your lands into dinosaurs. Come on, man. Come on. There's no way you're just wasting all this time for no reason. That doesn't sound like something Magic players would do. Okay, maybe it is. Well, we can pit this card and get a green from it, so at least it's not colorless. So we have that. Then we can take out the blocker. Let's just do this now. See if he blocks. If he doesn't, I'm dealing 3 damage and I can kill it next turn, or possibly exile something next turn. He's got to know that there's something going on, right? Yeah, he's got to know. Can't attack or block. Its activated abilities can't be activated. Sure. That's a card that you could play. I should be more patient with people. I mean, probably the reason why I play suboptimally is that I take my turns too quickly. Tap 2 untapped artifacts. Put a +1. Yeah. Goodbye. All right, so we're exiling something, if need be. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. There's that guy I cut from my deck. Are we going to have a better target? I think we will. The problem is like how long do I keep this up? Like how what am I trying to say? How long do I keep this around? Oh, if he's going to pump it, then I'm definitely going to exile it. Something good off the top, if you please. What can we discover for 4? Something good. Yeah, I didn't realize the synergy with Walk with the Ancestors and these land cycling dinosaurs. Oh, nice. Behold, a dinosaur. I hope that they, I hope that they use that. Hope that they use that that keyword in future expansions. That's so much cooler than just saying reveal a dinosaur if you control a dinosaur. Like, no. Behold a dinosaur. Behold my dragon. That sounds so much better. You'll reveal a dinosaur or a dragon from your hand. No. You're gonna behold this dinosaur. So much better. What the what? He took the runaway boulder. There goes my kin caller. There goes my kin caller. Wouldn't you like to tap some things? Get some creatures? I mean, get some counters on some things? I could have done the 2/4/2, but the other one scales a little differently. He can take that boulder, which is useless right now, and turn it into a thing. Oh, okay. There's his last. Sure. Okay. Okay. Well, now it's just who can top deck the best stuff, right? He got a land. He got a land off that. Whoa. Yuck. Earthworms as bad as me. Go on, Earthworm. Do your thing. Well, we're starting with this. And, like, this has to be blocked, so, you know, have fun. Have fun with all that. I'm going to be one mana short for this guy, but I do need to keep him. So he can either double block and lose one thing and kill the land and still take 7 damage. Or he can block with one thing and then block like something else and not lose both. Yeah, okay. Let's kill this. For sure. Alright, so we're at 5, which is unfortunate. Oh, yeah. Cool. Alright, we did it. 2 wins. Slightly less pathetic than I thought. Gold tier? Gold tier? Look at us going. Moving up in the world. Alright, let's take our 2-2 deck. I think I have time for one more. Not a great hand, but if I get one more land, I can Spelunk. And I can always plane cycle if, emergency need be. Maybe we do plane cycle just to ensure we've got an extra land to Spelunk. I think we do that. Do this. That comes out tapped, right? So we can't do this. That's all right. Oh, no, it doesn't. All right, neat. Oh, I see. You're into caves as well. Get rid of the Spelunk. I don't know if that's necessarily the right thing to do, but if he's got caves, I don't know. That probably wasn't the right thing to do. I did not understand how this worked. So when it's out, you can still craft it. I was thinking it was like one of the two-sided things where like you either do this or you do this. But you can cast it and then cast it again. And then craft it again. That's actually much better than I thought. Much, much, much better than I thought. Okay. Sure. This one's the land, the elemental land. Oh, I can only activate this if the number of other caves plus the number of caves in your graveyard 3 or greater. Oh no. I did not read the card to explain the card. Got a little bit more momentum going for us now. And some of the cards that I thought, hey, this could be really good, have actually started to, to be good. All right, I'm taking my chances here, but I think we can get one more game in. Got a late start, unfortunately. But why is this crooked? The amount of play that I usually get, tap, 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 tap. Gotta get this, there we go. Get this microphone setting right. The amount of time that usually takes me to play a draft is about 2 hours, which is about my normal stream time. But we got a late start today, and kind of taking it easy a bit this morning on a Friday. What is this rank? That's not silver, right? It's like green. A nugget of purest green. I might be crazy. I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay, now I do feel a little crazy. Okay. Land would be nice. Land would be nice. Any land will do. This is only good for dinosaurs, so it won't help me spelunk. And it won't help me resplend. I can play a Brontodon, though. Yeah, okay. Attacks 2 or more, +2/+1. Oh, yeah. Spooky. We're gonna have to get rid of that. Oh, yes. Please equip that to your lone creature. Whatever it is, don't give it Vidge. As long as it doesn't give it Vidge, we're okay. Yeah, swing away, buddy. Swing away, Merle. Our dinosaur lands are coming to fruition. Our dinosaur lands coming to fruition. Let's see if we can get a land. I'm starting to get concerned here. Doesn't have to be a problem, but it's starting to feel a little bit like a problem. Woof. Well, I need that thing to not become more than 4. It became more than 4, though. Alright, so let's do this and just block. Oh, it can't be. It can't be blocked. Dang it. Dang it! Except by 3 or more creatures. Okay, so we're boned. Well, I didn't read the card. It was dependent on being able to kill it if if it would have had that one less health. Okay. We definitely went a little more memey, and this is about where we normally end up, about 3 wins. We're not making money off of this format, that's for sure. We're definitely not profiting off this format, but it's a fun couple hours, and we get to get some cards out of it. So, it's a decent afternoon of Magic, or morning of Magic, as it were. All right. Well, we need to end because I am contractually obligated to go get to work. But this is a reminder to you that you can win a Pokemon box in 6 days. 6 days from now, we'll have the Funsplosion XXL stream, where we'll play some fun games and then give away a Pokemon box at the end. You can subscribe to the YouTube. That's 1 entry. You can follow us on Twitch. That's 2 entries. You can join our Discord group. That's 3 entries. And not only will you become a part of what is one of the biggest growing YouTube communities in the world, I think there's no disputing that, data or otherwise. Not only do you get to become a part of that community, but you also get a chance to win the box. But you have to watch the stream, so make sure that you bookmark, click that little reminder button for the upcoming live stream on YouTube to win the Pokemon box. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.
If you're still there, please join the club. Like and follow us on Twitch and YouTube.